Oh man, so much has been going on this week. So I don't want to start the episode off just smiling because the culture is tainted again by yet another act of violence. Um, we're going to start by talking about the death of Takeoff. It is extremely painful. Another young black man gunned down. He was in Houston, apparently, at a billiards, very popular place. And it seems as though the person that allegedly shot him is someone that was often traveling with them. He was part of like what I say, I guess the entourage to some degree, or he was security. I don't know what led to the shooting. I know they said it absolutely had nothing with the dice to do with the dice game. All I know is that, Takeoff losing his life is like, it was painful only because when I think about it, like I'm a fan of certain songs that Migos has. But what I liked about Takeoff is that I knew he was the brains behind the operation when it came to Migos. But he was always cool with playing the back end. He never was looking for attention. He was fine with, playing his part. And to know that he was always so humble, and it resulted in something like this. It's really sad. I just want to say, like, at some point there's got to be a reprieve, like, for us as black people. Like, at what point are we going to just say, hey, this ain't the way to do things? Because I don't know, y'all. Like, that one really rocked me. It's been bothering me. It has. I'm not going to lie. It's really, really, really been messing with me. And I just, I don't know, ran out of options, I guess. I don't really have much to say because I don't want to say I'm desensitized, but then I'd be lying if I said I wasn't. I don't know. I'm praying that one day we just stop and we just focus on terms like this. See? Good vibes only. So, I just wanted to say my condolences out to, the family. I know I'm more upbeat, but this was, this is exhausting. It's just like, yeah, and that's just rappers alone. That's not even rappers and including just the average black man who gets pulled over by a police officer, who's getting gunned down, going home. It could be anything, but this one just, it really did a lot to the culture. Like, it really caused a lot of pain. It was well loved off Takeoff. And then, like the whole thing with E putting the picture of Offset in place of Takeoff, assuming that I'm like, I don't even understand how you guys made that association. Like, that's like us saying all white people look the same. That's basically blatantly what they were trying to say. All black people look the same. They don't know the difference between anybody in the group. It's just disgusting. But like I said, my condolences out to the family. The culture was hit pretty hard with that. But moving forward, we have two amazing guests today that I'll be bringing on in a few. And stay tuned because we're going to be getting into all of the details about what's going on. Kanye West, here we go again. Every time I think I'm going to leave this alone, Kanye West calls out the mother of George Floyd in regards to, one, he made a remark about her fashion choices in regards to the hat she wore, which I don't even understand what her hat has to do with anything that you said or what's going on. Let's move forward from that. Then he also goes back and forth now with Stephen Jackson, who happens to be family and friends of George Floyd, in regards to saying he gave $2 million, which isn't true. Come to find out, Kanye West only gave $250,000 to Gianna and Roxy. And not only that, you gave them $250,000 when it happened. That was in 2020. But then 2 years later, fast forward now, you're dissing them in front of the entire nation. What good is the money you gave if that's what it led to? I don't want your money either. You can keep it. You can keep it, because at the end of the day, if you giving me money all for you to turn around and say that my father or my child's father didn't die from what we actually all saw, now you saw something different. You got special eyes, yay. Special eyes on a black man. I'm sorry. Now he's moving forward, and I saw some things today which I didn't get to, forward to my producer so we can upload so that everyone else can see. I'm pretty sure everyone else saw it. Him saying that he's been drugged and he wouldn't say these things otherwise, and now he's at risk of losing his kids. I mean, to be perfectly honest, the anti-Semitic comment, yes, is leading him down a hole that is like he's not going to be able to recover from this. However, you also knew they had the ability to do this. We all knew they had the ability to do this type of social and public castration that they're putting him through. It's not the first time we've seen it. If you guys watch the story about Nat Turner, they've been publicizing how they do things to us. This isn't the first time, okay? Kanye West wasn't bringing any information to the forefront that we already didn't know, and I'm going to keep saying it. He's not doing us any favors. Everyone knew the industry was corrupt. Everyone knew who ran the industry. Everyone knew. Now you're sitting there saying you're rattling the cage. You don't rattle the cage and then use your own people as an example. If you want to attack them, you go straight for the kill. You don't go back and bite the person that's holding you down. That doesn't make sense. You want support from the black culture while you disrespect it. That doesn't work for me. Other people want to support him because they feel like he's being ostracized and he deserves the support. Be my guest. Me personally, I'm going to have to say no. I'm not going to support that, because I'm not going to forget what you said about our people too, and how you decriminalized an act of white officers when they did what they did to George Floyd. I'm sorry, I can't put that down. Does he deserve to be cut off at the knees like that? Probably not, because white people don't go through it. However, it doesn't change the fact that if you wanted support from your people and you wanted us to band together just like the Jewish people did against you, then you should have used your head when you spoke what you spoke, and you should have never talked down on your people so that all of us could band together and support you. But now you got mixed reviews. You got mixed reviews, and this is where you are. And I'm sorry. I'm going to leave it right there. Sorry he's going through what he's going through, and I hate the fact that they have the ability they have. They have the power they have. But again, you knew that. And then you put on a shirt that said White Lives Matter. What am I supposed to do about that? You want us to go against them for you, but you had on a shirt that said White Lives Matter. I just don't see what defense I can form for you without investing my own feelings toward you. It's hard. It's really hard, and I'm sorry. I just can't overlook it. That's just where I'm at with that. And, I hope that Steven Jackson, who I intend to have on the show very soon, hopefully by the last episode, we can have this interview done with him, and have him come up here and give his own personal opinion on his take on what Kanye West is doing, what's motivating him, and the end result possibly. How he tends to take on this legal matter in regards to the finances that he gave, them giving it back. Just so many questions we have. And basically, I always wonder and worry about what it's like for Roxy and Gianna, what they have to deal with, what that little girl has to see and hear in years to come in regards to her father, all these mixed feelings. When she only knows that he was a good man because that was her dad. She doesn't know anything else. That's all she knew. But now those memories will forever be tainted because you got people like Kanye West picking it apart. It's really sad. It's really, really sad. And, all you have is your memories when you lose the loved one. So the last thing you want to do is imagine them in the worst case scenario. I don't feel like it's fair. But going forward, there's that. There's so much. We got 5 more minutes before I bring on my guest. But, I want to talk about, the choices that we make before we help people. Helping people is a very tricky thing. And I myself have fell victim to helping people so much that when they get to a point where they feel like they no longer need you, they now try to turn around and hit the gas. and let that dust and gas hit you in your face, and you're saying to yourself, wait a minute, I just helped you get the gas. How did we get here? But life works out like that often. And I think that all of us have had our own fair share of stories in regards to helping others, wanting to see people do well, and then that person turning around and making it seem as though that that's not the case. And it's so unfortunate, because if I had to count on my hands the amount of people I helped and what I've done for them, I wouldn't even, I don't even got enough space on my hands and toes for it. And those are the facts. I just don't. I've helped that many people with so much that I can't count. I've lost count. And it's almost exhausting when I think about the amount of things that I've done for others that they don't do for me or couldn't do for me, which is fine. I've never, ever counted the blessings. However, it doesn't change the fact that how dare you forget what I did? That's the problem here. And I think that this is the biggest issue most people have with their friends, their loved ones, their coworkers. People forget what you do for them and expect you to understand certain things. No, I don't have to understand that, because as far as I'm concerned, you know, certain abilities that you've attained because I made it possible for you, and I never looked for anything in return. So how dare you turn back and snap on the person that made it possible? It's just, I see it so often, and I see why celebrities cut people off. I see why so many people, when they enter the realm of popularity, fame, and finance, they do away with certain people around them, because it's almost exhausting to know that you're a decent person and you're willing, and then they turn around and give you this attitude as though you owe them something. And I get that a lot. I don't owe anybody anything. If I paid you, I definitely don't owe you. Let's start there. I make that very, very clear. If I paid for a service, I don't owe you shit. Shit. I owe you nothing. I paid you. Transaction is complete. Okay? A lot of times people say, oh, I did you a favor. It's never a favor if you got paid. It's never a favor. If someone paid you for your service, the word favor can never come out of your mouth. That's one. Two, okay? If and only if a person does a favor for you, it always depends on who asked, who offered. Pay attention to that. If someone's offering, pay attention to what they want in return in the end. If you're asking, it's a whole different ball game. It's not the same scenario. There's always opportunity in one or the other. But you know, it's frustrating. But it's not the first time in life that we've all dealt with, and we'll continue to deal with it. The more we grow, the more you find yourself in that crab in a barrel behavior with other people. But you know, you just have to learn how to start shedding skin, because you know, one thing about me, I've been in this business 8 years. We're talking about radio, podcast. Well, before podcasting was big, radio. You know, I've done shows with many people. I've come across many people, mad celebrities. I never needed a handout because I always had a good connection with people. So getting in and out of shit was a breeze for me. It was always a breeze. I ain't gonna hold you. I never really had the elements of struggle when it came to getting certain things done, because it just wasn't like that for me. But sometimes that makes people upset to know that you have certain abilities and they got to work a little harder for it. God blesses all of us with different skills. There's certain things that someone else could do that I can't even fuck with. I know nothing about it. And then there's other things that I might do that might benefit you, but you might not know how to get to it, but I do. It's crazy how people will pretend like they came up by themselves without your help. Don't ever rub it in their face, but don't let them forget. If that makes sense. But on to my first guest, I want to give a shout out to Empress Cece. I hope you guys are familiar, and if you're not, you'll be familiar tonight. They call her the Queen of Dance. She's been in Charlie Black's video. She's done stuff with Ding Dong Raver. She's always in and out of Jamaica, in and out of Florida, in and out of Brooklyn. And she is the Queen of Dance. Now, how much girls have you helped lose weight with your program? I just have to start there, because this is a big problem for all of us, weight. So let's talk about how many people. Look at how great she looks. Okay. And that's her in real life. That's real time. How many girls would you say you've helped lose weight? Because let's talk about this award you won. They gave my baby an award for health.
Thank you.
Oh, let's throw that up, Vic. I'm so happy. I just wanted to say when I saw that, I was like, oh, okay. So the Chamber of Commerce,
Yes,
CC, they awarded you, right?
yes.
For health and fitness, right?
Yes.
So how did you attain that? What exactly did you have to do to get something like that?
Honestly, I just feel like hard work paid off. I've been doing the classes per se. Is there echoing? I don't want to do that. I've been doing the classes for a few years,
Right.
and I've done it all over the place, all over the country, in and out the country. And I think, primarily Brooklyn and Queens, I've done it there. So I think I don't know what happened, but I've networked with a lot of Black businesses and black entrepreneurs. So I have an account with Carver, which is a Black-owned bank.
Yes. Yep.
And
one of the few.
And one of the managers there actually hit me up and said, "We want to honor you." And I said, "Really?" It was so surprising to me.
Black-owned bank is crediting you. Oh,
Yep.
that's so sweet. I don't feel like it gets better than that. It doesn't get better than that. But back to the main question: how many girls have you helped lose weight?
I don't know. I have no idea. It's probably thousands. I know a lot of people actually have hit me. I have regular students that actually come and say, "I lost weight because of you," on their weight journey. I know a lot of people that had injuries, and it's kind of hard when you have an injury or you have surgeries that after time you gain weight. So you're trying to lose weight again. So I know a lot of people went through that phase. I would say over hundreds of girls, honestly, because I get a lot of emails.
Let's pull up this clip of you dancing in your dance class, because sometimes I think it's a dance style or something. Because let's play that clip of this sexy dancing. That ladies, you might want to spruce up your love life. This might work.
You got
a couple of classes. Your man gonna stay around. Or if not, you're gonna go to that class and find a new one. Better be careful. Yeah. Let's throw that clip up, Faith. Let's show her in her dance class. Winding up and on together.
Okay. Get on some. Thank you. Place your eyes. Oh, taking the box. From the time on look for the man we are. Are you ready? Put your hand on your face for the light. Yes, the light. You don't know the price. Now you take your sexy tail. Shape like a young chicken tail. Trick her in a sit on the pill. Tell your bumper broad, girl. See the man bumper puncher. I recite so show me a scale. Not Brooklyn to Allenville. Sit up on it and show them. Wine to me, wine to me, wine to me, girl. Wine to me, wine to me, wine to me, girl. Wind up your body. Whoa! Somebody make.
Okay, so that was you on stage with Charlie Black. Now this
that was at the Brooklyn Museum.
Yes, you've gotten so much notoriety for the dance class to the point where now I see DJs come looking for you, artists come looking for you. They all want you to be in their videos, at their events. Like you're like a head dancer. It's a big thing, Like a big thing. It's just never sits
funny.
Still.
Because I started out from videos and performances and knowing all the DJs and directors. I started classes way after. So I did it the other way. I think because now social media is around, everybody's doing classes. So it's the opposite for me. We more had like the streets. I was always in parties. I was like you said, I was always in the dance hall. So I know all the promoters. I know all the DJs. I
all
grew
the
up
time.
with them.
If you're not there, you're doing bottle service.
Yeah.
It's always something. She's just like, she wears so many hats. And you know what's so crazy? That picture that you took, the modeling picture with the crown, I felt was so relative to the name that you chose, Empress Cece. Let's pull this up because I don't know if you guys see. Now, if you think about gods and goddesses back in the ancient times, Africa and all these places, this is the type of stuff they wore. These were the type of crowns.
Make me blush.
It is because it's beautiful stuff. If you think about it, you're like, it just goes like the fact that you keep your locks.
Yeah.
The fact that you're so heavily in tune with your culture. You do everything in your power never to stray from that. There's a lot of people that shy away from it because they feel like it's not cool, doesn't serve them. But you made it work for you.
Right.
Now, how does that feel now when you go amongst peers from other cultures?
You know, that's I was just speaking about this yesterday. I think for me, I feel very strong about it. So once you're positive about something and you can stand on something, you're gonna always feel comfortable talking about it, right?
Correct.
Like you said, you could go around other people and their cultures, and then you start to shy back because you may feel intimidated or you may feel like they're superior or whatever the case may be. But that could never happen. I feel like in the Caribbean sense or in Black people in general, we have such a deep history that we need to learn more about us. We need to talk more about us. And we lose a lot of that now. I don't think it's taught. I don't think that people are proud. I think that people are proud for certain things, but it's like
certain
bullshit.
Things, certain whatever is most
trending.
Right, whatever's trending. They don't try to stay connected to anything that's real because they rather take an opportunity, even if it's falsified, they rather see where it goes. But your class, let's talk about, you know, the techniques that you teach. We're gonna upload that really quickly.
Red side feet, Anali, now this on my back. Let's side Empress.
You know what I like about this most is that I think you're more than just a dance instructor. I think that you're so much more than that. And I feel like the name Empress Cece, you kind of embody it because you play such a high priestess role in the things that you do. Right. And the reason why I say that is because when you teach women how to dance like that, when they get to wear outfits that are sexy, they feel sexy, they feel confident, they feel like they're more in tune with their divine femininity doing that. That's what makes this class so special.
Oh, thank you. And you need to join the class.
Right, but then you're freeing them of these shackles that make them feel less feminine, like they don't stand out, like they're not sexy. You actually create opportunities to build confidence. You're not just helping them lose weight. You're helping them in an emotional way, in a mental way, ways that they probably don't even realize.
Yeah. I think I agree with you on that. More than anything, if it's not about a weight gain or weight loss, I think more people come emotionally. People have a lot of stories, a lot of baggage. I've heard a lot of heartbreaking stories, and people actually come to my class and say this is their release. And I'm talking about people all over the world. I've seen people say they're gonna watch my YouTube over and over because this is what makes their day. And I'm like, wow, you know, like you said, it may not feel like anything to me at that time when you're saying it, maybe because I don't let things get to my head. But then when you sit and hear a lot of people actually saying things like that to you, you got to kind of reflect and say, wow, I do that. You know?
Yeah.
So
that's why
it's a little emotional at times.
The role that you play in this is a lot deeper than that you think of. I think that it's time that you kind of catapult yourself mentally in a different position and understand who you really are in this, Cece. Because I see it. I don't know if you do.
I don't.
Well, it's coming. If not, today will be that moment where you now start to put the pieces together as to who you truly might be, bro. But going forward, we got your merch, Dance and Drip.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
We got shirts.
Yes. And a variation of colors.
Yes. A variation.
You know, I've had the pleasure of knowing you for some time now. I think I started following you on Instagram a while ago, many years ago. many years ago. I didn't want to say like 2015, 2016. I saw a video of you dancing on the side of a stage, and you was dancing to Supercat, one of my favorite artists growing up as a kid. Super favorite artist. My dad was wild, so you know I was into the whole good man. I was like, oh,
Yeah, exactly.
Supercat, right? So I see this girl. She breaking it up on the stage. I said, Jesus Christ. I go and I repost her. She goes viral. It was already like going viral, but then I had that big following, so I posted it, and she did so well. So well on my page. And I'm not a hater. I don't give a fuck. If I post and a person does better than my actual pick, I could care less. I am so in tune with helping other people win. I don't care. So when I posted it, everybody was like, oh, you know, she really good, but you know, you're going to keep that. Yeah, I'm going to keep that up there. That girl can dance. Then at that time, you know, when I was in whatever I was in, I was staying in Brooklyn,
right.
I was connecting with you. I'm always at I'm like, yo, fish eye. I don't think else everywhere. And it just became like we connected and we became friends like that. And it's to the point where now I'd be like, girl, where you going this week? Are you going to Miami? You know what I'm saying? It's like that. Like to the point where I don't think that at this juncture in my life, knowing you, there's nothing I wouldn't do to help.
Oh.
You know, because you kind of know when it's deserved.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. But that's how I felt about you, because people will look at you know, when they look at popular people or public figures, she's this or she's that or she's just, you know, she's full of this. But when I met you, I was like, she's so cool. Like, what's wrong with everybody? Like, you know, I'm not paying attention to what people are saying on social media. I don't pay attention to that at all because I already know.
Little do they know, I'm the one that will give my shirt off my back to help a person.
That's how I feel too. That's how I feel too. And people will come to me and say the same thing, and I'm like, I don't even know. And then they would come to my class and say, oh my God, you're so loving. You're so this. And I'm like, you see, perception is everything. Perception is everything. But also being popular is not the easiest thing as well.
It's not.
When you're
you deal with, let me tell you something. You deal with shit so harsh when you're popular from the in and outside circles.
Yep.
The people that you know and the ones you don't. You deal with a lot of that because people, they don't ever want to use the word jealous. It's like poison coming out their mouth.
Yeah.
But they'd rather not say that. So they'll look for something wrong that you did and use that. And that's more of the guise of the real problem. The real problem is they're just not meeting you at eye level sometimes, and they want to, or they want the respect that they feel they've garnered.
Yep.
And they don't understand it's work to get here.
Yep.
It is work to get to these spots. It's a lot of work, and it's a lot of disrespect and ridicule for somebody like me.
Yep. No.
That's what people don't realize. Like you guys, you know, like people will say the things they say. They don't realize what I went through to get here and what I had to tolerate. It's not easy. It's not always good shit.
Exactly. It's not. Shit. And that's why I said I feel like it's different now in this time with social media helping a lot of people. They don't get to go through the things I've went through. It's like they're surpassing that, and they're missing certain stepping stones.
Yeah. So social media has awarded people the ability to skip past go and collect 200 right away. But
exactly,
they're going to come to forks where they have to make a decision, because the less or the hard work. I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you. I will always take the road less traveled, which is the hard work, only because I know that once I've built myself up, like there's a difference between making a home out of straw and a home out of bricks.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so at the end of the day, you can blow that house down because it came so easy. Guess what? When it's made out of brick, puff, nigga, we're going to be here all day.
Facts.
We're going to be here all day. We will not be blowing this house down because I worked so hard to make it what it is. And every brick that I used to build it was built off of, it was an emotion, it was a situation, it was a scenario, it was something I failed, something I passed. But each and every scenario was the brick that made this what it was. Exactly. And that's why don't ever feel bad about the hard work. It's worth it. It is totally worth it.
They say, you know, consistency is key, they say. And it's true. Because a lot of people fall off.
It unlocks every door, Cece. Every single door. So now my next question to you is, what is the next project you have coming up? Because I've seen you in videos with Ding Dong Ravers. I've seen you in videos with Black. I've seen you around so many artists But I'm wondering, like, is there going to be another video coming? Like, what's going on here?
I'm planning a 2023 tour. So remember, the pandemic stopped a lot of things. A lot of things were shut down. So hopefully I can now plan back the cities and countries I was going to in 2020 now. So I'm trying to plan it from January to June. So yeah, like every month I'm gonna touch at least 2 cities, and I mean 2 cities even out the country. So like I was supposed to go back to Poland, Paris, London, Philly. These are places that I would go often to do these classes. London is like great energy. Paris, great energy. I did even
London,
Poland.
I know you're gonna get good energy. So a lot of yard people.
Yeah, my class was over 150 people the last time. So
that's a lot of people. CC at $40 a pop.
That's a lot of people, and they spend in pounds. They spend in pounds.
At $40 a pop, that's a lot of bread for a class. I'm just saying.
Yep. So
and a whole lot of fucking going on that night. I promise. There's a lot of bitches sitting on dick that night with the dance moves they learned at the class, and some of them probably ain't come back because they were pregnant, right or wrong.
That's why I do private lessons. Yes. 2 people came to me.
They was knocked up.
2 people came to me from private lessons that told me something like that. I was like, okay, well, so I guess I did my job. I did my job. Because private lessons are more, they're more one-on-ones, and you get to consult and actually get to know a person a little better and what they want to know and how they want to enhance. And a lot of them do come for their man, their partner. They really do. They're like, oh, I want to learn this choreography. I want to learn how to do this. And, and it ends up being, it gets more complicated. It gets more complicated. It's very not simple. It's not simple. But 2023, definitely going to do a tour, and I may be on tour with an artist as well.
I can't wait. Oh, can I get a ticket?
Of course. Of course. You VIP. We do VIP status over here. We do backstage.
I'll just come. I'll be the good looking.
Yes, Guru.
Cece, also I noticed, and we didn't get to upload these photos, but one thing I gotta say about you, super fucking family oriented. Super family oriented. But why is that? Like, why do you choose your family over anybody? Because I always see you with your brother. You're always with Brooklyn Mystery. You're always with somebody that you're really close to. And you don't stray off that path. Never. Ever.
I don't know. I guess I grew up. I only have brothers. It's funny. I only have brothers. And I think kind of growing up around certain things, you got to kind of not stray off from people, and you got to learn who to trust, right? So we grow up as adults and we still don't know who to trust. People do things like what you were saying earlier. You do everything for them, and then it's not reciprocated back.
Yeah,
and those are learning process. Those are things that you learn. But I felt, especially with always what I've done, that I just can't have too much people around. You don't know people's intentions. You see celebrities are getting killed left and right by their friends or people in their entourage, and people.
It's always someone familiar.
Close. Yep.
Yeah.
And I've seen it, especially again around the people I grew up with. So I've always been guarded that way. Once you have good energy, I'll let you in. But once it feels a little off, that's it.
Yeah, sometimes you got to hit the switch. The minute and people will surprise you. Sometimes it takes nothing at all. It's just you being you. That's just too much for them.
Right.
And then before, and my thing is, when people feel that way, if you feel like something's too much for you, just, But when you give off that funny energy, that funny vibe, and someone who's intuitive picks up on that, it changes the entire trajectory of the scenario. Now, it gets a little beefish. It gets staticky, and there's lack of tension, communication, lack of understanding on both parts. So now, am I forced to make a petty decision? I mean, I don't really know what's happening here. You know what I'm saying? And it brings that to the forefront. Because not everybody's good at talking about their feelings.
Exactly.
Especially
and
us as Black people that grew up like that.
You talk about it and they get defensive, and it just becomes another thing. It becomes another thing. So, like you said, it becomes beefish. Or you hear people telling stories to the next person, and those people don't come to you. They just want to, now it's like a whole beef with other people that you didn't know about. Right. And I go through it, so I'm okay. And a lot of friends, or I should say a lot of friends that were my friends, were very envious. And I feel like I'm
I
not
think
the
so too.
person.
I would say that, Cece, you have to keep in mind, like from an outsider looking in, and mind you, we all have our levels of popularity. I
Right.
don't do what you do.
Right.
I'm not as popular in dancehall as you are. So
Right.
going with you to that realm, of course, you're gonna garner way more attention because of who you are in that realm. And that's the
Right.
problem people have. They want to try to take your spot or be above you.
Mm-hmm.
But why would you want to do that if I'm helping you
Mm-hmm.
understand what we're doing? And this is the thing. People want what they want for themselves. They could care less who they hurt
Yeah.
along the way. And that's
Mm-hmm.
usually how it goes. But, I'm just happy to see that you're so family oriented. Now, traveling for 6 months, that's a long time
Yeah.
for a
I'm
person.
used to it.
I know, but my next question to you is, as happy as you are do you ever see yourself in a relationship? Do you see yourself having children?
Um, I'm a really actually a relationship type person. I just don't show it because again, people talk, and I
Yeah,
know a lot of
of
people,
course.
and even just now, like something happened with the person I was dealing with, and it's just simple things like that. You just don't know people's intentions or what they're about, or you know, it's hard. It's hard. So, a lot of people would think they
They
want
said
something.
Cece is such a real queen. Yes, she is.
Thank you.
She she
A
she
lot of
doesn't let that crown tip off. She's smart, you know.
a lot of people want something until they get it and then realize that it's not as easy as it is. So guys would think, oh, like I got the girl, this, I got her, but then they see my
Then they
schedule.
realize, oh, she comes with a personality. Oh, she
Oh,
has a
she,
brain. Oh, she's got a smart mouth.
yeah,
Oh, Jesus.
mm-hmm,
I no,
yeah,
they fall in love with the fantasy of who
yeah,
you
of
are,
you, yeah,
not realizing that when you actually get to this person is a real person, and we're gonna have
yeah,
real conversations and possibly real arguments, and I might really fuck you up.
exactly. And that's what it is at this point. So, I mean, I would love to have, I feel like with having a public life and a personal life, you want to come home to peace.
Right.
And when you don't have your peace or your partner, it's a little saddening because you want to run away from that. You want to hibernate and say, let me get back to my real person.
Of
Like
course.
people, you can't smile all day.
Of
You can't be
course.
happy all day. You want to just relax. So it's a little saddening sometimes, but hopefully one day, I guess I pray
Have
one
all
day.
of those things, and do you see yourself still traveling actively, or do you see yourself probably being a little bit more grounded when
Definitely
that
more
does happen?
grounded. Definitely more grounded. I'm a person, if I'm with someone, I'll make it work. I think we're supposed to make it work,
Of
right?
course. 100%.
But then if you're not around, then I might as well just be about the place making this money. Because I'm gonna always find ways to make money. I'm gonna do it inside the house, outside the house, however it has to be.
Yeah, pretty much. Like I always felt that, women when they get into these empowering positions
Hmm.
to travel, to make money, you kind of now then loosen the fabric of your love life. It
Right,
starts to unravel because you're not putting any focus there, right? So
right.
the tapestry that makes you who you are,
Hmm.
that part now starts to come loose. And
Yeah.
you don't have time to fix it because you're so busy tightening this side up. And the
Hmm.
sad part about it is hard to balance out the scale for both
Right.
without having conflict in either one. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like you
Hmm.
work a lot and then you have a love life, it's a problem in your home. If
Right.
you don't have a love life and you work a lot, then you get tired of the monotony of not having love. I feel like it's such a cross to bear,
Hmm.
but bags of crosses, you know how that goes.
Hopefully, but men do it all the time. I feel like it's just not
They
fair.
do,
I
but
feel
they
like
juggle it and then they juggle bitches too. So you can't even, yeah,
exactly,
they
and
fuck a
that
bitch in every
too.
state, girl.
So
They
that's
never
what I'm
roll
trying to
me.
figure out. Don't come at me sideways when you always be like,
Niggas will
uh,
fuck a
me.
bitch in every state. I don't care what nobody say. Let's just stop right there. If he's a celebrity of some sort of
Mhm.
athlete, whatever, you're
Mhm.
fucking traveling. I listen, man. I know dudes that got a girl in every fucking city.
Mhm. No, true.
Not
Every
to
area
say that
code
everybody's like that,
like
but
that.
don't
Yeah.
act like what I'm saying. Let's just not like we're not getting paid to act, so let's not act.
Exactly. Exactly.
Okay.
And I always keep that in the back of my head because
Yeah,
we
yeah,
see it.
yeah, yeah.
We
Always.
see it. We see it firsthand. So yeah.
Yeah, and that's the thing when you have such connections in this world, you get the
Mhm.
drop on
Yeah.
everything. Like, come on, man, don't
Mhm.
lie to me. I was talking to a girl with the purple shorts. Somebody told me I seen it on
Right.
Snap.
Exactly.
Stop. Like,
Exactly.
I seen it. Seen it. You caught, bruh. And it gets like that. It does get to a
Mhm.
point where because of social media being so prevalent in everything everyone does, it's like a staple
Yeah.
in their life. They have to share every single fucking moment.
Mm-hmm.
There's nothing that you won't catch.
Right.
People compare backgrounds. They look at a hand on the table and say, that's her fingertip. Look, it's her fingertip. I'm like,
yeah, somebody hit me about the video I put up and said, oh, that looks like a man tan. I was like, nope, it doesn't, because it's not a man tan, it's a woman tan. I was like, wow, these people are really creepy.
I'm telling you.
You guys are getting creepy.
I'm telling you. So, tour is coming January. You're going to be going not just state to state, but you're doing international.
Yes, definitely.
Okay. Dance and Drip merch available.
Of course.
The class right now going on in Brooklyn every week.
Every week. Online, and it's on Zoom as well, so people can tune in online.
So you do group and private.
Yes, group and private.
You're shaking up the place with all of your bum. You know, you're just dancing up the place. Let me see. You got great modeling photos. I mean,
okay.
I'm trying to find. I can't find anything wrong. Hold on, my checklist is off. Yep, sorry. There's nothing. There's everything checked off. You gotta get me a man. This being a recipe for success, Cece.
Thank you.
And I appreciate it. I don't know why I didn't interview you so much earlier in the season, but I'm glad we took it to the tail end of the show, because season 2 is gonna bump up so crazy. Shout out to Faith Adorn, my producer. We have so much bigger things in the works that's coming for next season. So hopefully there's a moment I can catch you again for season 2. Just check in on you and chop it up. Because we're going to be doing a lot more on-site stuff.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Yeah, season 2, girls going outside.
Ladies, Chela's Way experience.
I'm going to be in your faces.
Ow.
But I'm so happy that you joined me today, Cece. And I just want to continue to see you flourish. I hope that God continues to bless you with every opportunity that comes in front of you. And even if you face any type of adversity, I hope he blesses you with the opportunity to make good choices. And with that being said, that concludes your experience at the CHELA'S Way experience. Thank you, Empress.
Thank you, guys.
Tonight. Make sure you guys check her out on Instagram at Empress CC. Yeah, that's her.
Thank you.
Bent over. That's her. So make sure you guys check her out. And fellas, if your lady can't dance, listen, don't talk about her not being able to dance.
Just send her my way.
Take her to the class, man.
Send her my way.
If girl can't dance, take her to CC's class. If you want her to do the tricks, you gotta go to CC's class. You heard? Girls get knocked up and they come out round and brown and they lose weight.
And these are facts. These are facts.
It's a recipe for bad bitch. That's what it is. You want to how to make a bad bitch? CC's class. Boom. One time. No surgery.
There it goes. Dance and trip. There it goes.
Thank you for joining us, Cece. I love you so much.
Thank you. I love you too.
Oh, man. Such a pleasure having my guest, Empress CC, on the show. Such an amazing person. I've known her for some years now, and I gotta say, there's never a dull moment with that girl. She just continues to amaze me. And we didn't get into certain things in her personal life, but there was a lot of things that CC had faced that would have changed things for her. And yet and still, that perseverance, that persistence, that consistency is key attitude is what led her to continue to grow and transcend into different spaces that she's been in. This broad is just the life of me. Sorry, guys. It's killing me. This is big boob problems. This is another segment we have to talk about. We need to bring someone on here who's a bra expert, because I am tired of these JJs. Sick of them. But I can't get my boobs done. It's too damn painful and I'm scared. But that's just the truth. But nonetheless, I want to prepare for my next guest, who I think is amazing as well. And I'm talking about on a music tip. This girl, I found her on Instagram. She's so unbelievable. Her name is Alexia J. Not only is she cute as a button, she is a mommy, but she's a mommy with fucking super talents. I mean, that song, I Need a Man, literally, it sent chills down my spine. Alexia J. Jesus. I'm a fan, girl. I'm a fan.
Thank you, girl.
This is like, woo! Girl. Oh, my God.
Thank you so much.
Let me tell you something. I know you probably feel like I just started, but in my mind, I'm like, bitch, you made it. That's how I look at it.
Look, for real.
What city are you from, Alexia?
I'm from Mobile, Alabama.
Oh, you from the Bama.
Yeah,
From the
girl.
South. And then, to see that video of you with your little friends when you were young singing.
Mhm. Look, did you see our little kid heels?
But it was adorable. It was
Thank
adorable.
you. Thank you. I've been singing a long time, since I was like 2. So
You've been singing since you were 2, but you sang in church, right?
yeah, my mom was the choir director. So
Oh, that's why, girl. You ain't getting
yeah.
like, even when you didn't want to sing, she was like, sing.
Right. I need you to do this note real quick. Real quick.
My mama.
So,
My mama.
right. I want to go outside just real quick.
So you were like the prodigal child because of the talent.
Actually, my whole family on my mom's side can sing.
Damn.
Like,
So you can't even stand out. Fuck.
it's crazy. Like, if you came down here and like came to our church and they were just passing the mic,
They belting it out.
man,
Like
I'm
watching
telling
that
you.
scene in Tina Turner when she
Mm-hmm.
sang all
Where they just handed them right, and you like, wait a minute now. Yeah, all of them
Oh
can
my
sing.
God. And you know what? I don't go to church as often as I should. I really don't.
Me neither.
But trust
Don't
and
feel
believe,
bad.
if I did, I need gospel singing. I need singing, not singing, not the I just need he taught me.
Yeah, clap a little bit, stomp your feet. Right.
Right. I need to feel it so I can be like, yep, the Lord is with me right now.
Yeah,
So I'm
that's what
fired.
I'm talking about. That's right.
But not only that, you're a mom.
I am.
And you're a mom of I always see your son. It's just your
I
son.
have my son. He is amazing. He's an amazing little boy. He's been on
How
this
old is
journey
he?
with me. He is 7 now.
Oh my God. He's so in that video when he was singing, how old was he?
I think he was maybe 3 or 4.
Let's play that real quick because he hit notes too.
Say, hey lady,
Hey, lady.
hey lady,
Hey, lady.
hey lady.
Hey, lady.
They heard you now.
He said they heard you.
Yeah,
I thought that was so cute.
yeah, he loves music. Like, he loves it. Like, loves it. So he's been doing it since he was a baby, and now I can't get him away from his headphones. Mommy, can I play a beat?
You see, but that's how you start. You start watering the seed and cultivate it and watch it grow. And next thing you
Right.
know, super talent.
That's how my mom started.
Like, listen, girl, you about to roll in money, and so is he. Let it be. Don't get involved.
I
Let him open
I
toys
sure
on YouTube.
am.
Let him go on TikTok and then get a check every way you can. It's free money
Right.
out here. I'm telling you.
Definitely.
So this is your signature look, which I love because I'm a big head girl myself.
Yeah, thank you.
And I think that this is a staple for you.
Thank you.
I think that this is like people gonna see that and they're gonna know it's you. It's something soulful about afros and curls that resonate with the music. It's so dope to me.
I love it.
I Need a Man. One of my favorite records. Let's play this. You singing it on TikTok. Cause that for me was like that's where I found you, girl.
I know.
Say I need a man. Oh, I need a man. Oh, yeah. Ladies, can you feel me? Tell 'em you need a man. Oh man.
This song. Now, I don't want to get in your personal life, but I'm assuming you and your son's father are not together.
No, we're not.
Right? So
Look.
he heard that song like this ungrateful bitch. He was like, what the nerve of you? Right? I was like, nigga, you wasn't no man anyway. I need a man. Like, that's how it be, right? They always get offended when we talk about needing something after they feel they've already given it to us. But
Right.
thank you for giving me this man,
lie.
this little man.
When I was in my room and I had just got out of a relationship, and usually when I'm in my feelings, to get it off my chest, I just go sing. I'll play a beat and I'll just sing. And that night I told myself, just turn on the camera and see what you come up with. And I turned on the camera, and that's what came out. Now, I did not know that people were going to understand exactly what I meant when I sung that. So when I woke up the next day and it went viral, I was
Yep.
so blowed. Oh my God. So that was just a freestyle that
I
came to
know,
life.
girl. That's why I'm like, how in the man? If they didn't, that's beyond. That's like a man. That is God. Look at
Right.
God. That's all I
Right.
ain't got an answer for that. That look at God. That you know. But I personally, me personally, who's been through so many ins and outs, ups and downs, and still is looking for a like an even playing field with a partner.
Mm-hmm.
A man. I'm not gay when I say that. I mean a man.
Right.
You know, it's hard to find real love in a real man, a solid man.
Yeah.
So, you know, listening to that song, I was so heavily connected to it because I said to myself, like, this girl is singing what's in my soul right now.
Yeah. Yeah, and
You know,
I
and
didn't
there's so many
know that it was
women
a
that
I
feel
did
the
right.
same way.
I didn't know that it was so many women that felt the same way, and how it like it was in my spirit when I sung it. I really like felt those emotions, and now I know that people were able to tell that exactly what I meant, because it's hard to find a genuine man nowadays.
Yes.
It's like,
Yeah.
so when we finished the song, everything that I felt, me and J Lyric was able to put that in that song, and I'm so happy at how it turned out because I love it. It's my favorite. It's my favorite.
Let me tell you something. I want to show this article about you.
Okay.
Boosie bumped on it too. Look, my homegirl,
Yeah.
she bumped on it. Let's play this. I want to show this article about you in the song "I Need a Man."
Yeah, ladies, can you feel me? Ooh, I need a man. I need my man. Ooh, I need my man. Oh, yeah.
Now, this was on a Revolt article.
Mm-hmm.
Let's show the amount of celebrities now that have started following you.
Way too blast, 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 blast. Yes.
Wyatt being
God,
one of
it's
them.
good.
Jasmine Sullivan being one of them. And I'm talking about like this stretch it as far as real talent is concerned. You got some of the big heavy hitters in the singing world on you. Like, I played your song for Carl Thomas today. Yeah, I'm obsessed, girl. I ain't gonna hold you.
Look, I almost cried.
I was
Thank
like,
you.
yeah, I had to pass it on, and I'm never gonna stop paying it forward for other people, because when I tell you I want you to fucking win.
Thank you, girl. Look. Thank
Come
you.
on, man. I need a fucking man. Get on stage and sing. Maybe find me one.
Right.
Please,
Look, I'm still trying to find me one. So hopefully the song
we
helps
can
me
find
out
one
just a
through
little.
the song.
Right.
Maybe.
Right.
Hopefully
I showed
someone...
them in the video. I showed them exactly what I meant. So hopefully. Hopefully.
Like, I need you to understand this is what you got to do for me while I'm cooking.
Right.
Rub on my booty a little bit.
Right. Don't be confused, you know.
This
right.
is a play-by-play of what I'm
right.
looking for, motherfucker. There's no confusion.
Exactly.
But the thing about it is, you know, so who reached out to you to actually record this song?
My team, my manager, Miami Tip. She
What?
is
Miami
like,
Tip is your manager?
yeah, girl.
Oh, that is so dope. You know, like, I watched her. She grew. Like, when she used to be in the clubs. She came from the club and just she's
on her jump.
She's doing really well. I gotta say, hats off to Miami Tip, man.
Right,
hats off to that lady right there.
But she called me and she said, I think we should go ahead. Well, it was my mom at first. My mom was like, I think you should go ahead and record that song, because I don't know what it is about that song. I love that song. Mm-hmm. And so I texted Tip, and Tip was like, let's do it. And we got to the studio. I think I recorded in Miami at first, but I just didn't feel like that was the one. So I went to Atlanta, and I got with a guy named J Lyric, and it was a vibe. It was an amazing vibe, and that's what turned out from it. And I'm excited to see where it goes. I really
I'm
am.
gonna be honest with you, Alexia. I see it going far. Like when I see you, I'm like, I think of like a Angie Stone, Jill Scott, the heavy soul.
Thank
You know,
you.
that's why Jasmine Sullivan commenting and then all that and the support she's giving, I'm like, she's the perfect person for that. She is the
Right.
perfect co-signer.
I love girl when she co-signed. Let me tell you
Because
something.
you guys kind of, you know, are reminiscent of each other when it comes to notes. You guys play around.
She was the reason why I started singing R&B music. I started in gospel, but you know, our voices are different
Right.
when it comes to R&B. So when I was a kid, I didn't think that I would be accepted. And I heard Jasmine Sullivan with Bust the Windows Out Your Car, and she was singing.
Love that song.
She was
I bust
singing.
fucking windows, girl.
Right. Yeah, she was
Bust some
singing.
windows.
And I
What?
was like, I looked at my mom and I was like, you know what? I could do that. I could do it.
Girl, you
So,
are doing it. It's not no could. You are doing it.
Thank
And
you,
the thing
girl.
about it is, you got the chocolate skin. You just, you are soul.
Thank you.
2022 soul, Alexia J. That's
Thank
what
you, girl.
You are R&B soul.
I
And it's so
appreciate
needed because now when I think about it, what do you think Diddy thinks?
it. You said what now?
R&B is dead. Remember he said R&B?
Yeah, uh-huh. Yeah, he
Yeah.
did say that.
Diddy did it. R&B is far from fucking dead.
I don't
He's
think
bugging.
it is either because there's a lot of talented
a lot.
R&B singers.
And that's another thing. You were on R&B 1.
Yes.
Right. And that was crazy because they had you in a list with other established,
Right.
always established R&B artists.
Right.
And when I saw that, I said, oh, she's getting there. She's close. This girl is fucking close.
I'm gonna cry. Look,
So
I've been
fucking
crying
close.
the whole month of October. Like, it's been a good month.
That
It's
makes
my birthday month.
Don't tell me don't cry, 'cause I may pretend we don't cry. Oh, when I'm with you, there ain't no one can make me feel like you do. Talking about your love, that you keep on, Lord, I showed you love. I need. Oh.
Now, here's the thing for me.
Okay.
For you to be on the lineup with Chloe and Lotto and all that, that's why I said, to me, you already made it.
Thank you, girl.
It's all about just climbing from there, you know. You just got to cross over another bridge and you in the money, girl. Just, you know, just stay away from the Illuminati people. Just saying,
Oh, look,
girl.
okay.
When the money get too big, get out of there. You know what Dave Chappelle said. But oh man, I see this and I see this going so well for you. I know that 2023 is gonna be your break. That's gonna be like you're stepping into it, but as we end the year, we're already gonna be going into first quarter in January. Some songs take 6 months to a year to really blow up. That's why I said I know first quarter you're gonna eat it up.
Yeah,
I know how we go in this business. First quarter is about to be your time.
I appreciate it, man. God is good, and I am manifesting everything that you just said. You know what I'm saying? Because this has always been my life dream. So
let me ask you a question. What did you actually do for a regular job outside of singing?
Oh, girl, look, you ain't gonna believe. Look, you ain't gonna believe this. I was a package handler at Amazon.
Oh shit!
And I was throwing them boxes, girl.
You was a package handler. You was at work like said, I need a man.
Listen, it's so funny because I really was singing all the time at my job. I had my earphones on, throwing boxes, and one lady, she walked up to me and she said, "Do you like being here?" And I was like, "What?" She's like, "I'm just asking. You sing every day. You sound so good. You like working?" And And that day, I was like, you know what, girl? Let me go home and get this mic.
Let me go and quit this job and do something more lucrative with my skills.
Right. It was so funny, but
that's fucking hilarious. I cannot wait till you're sitting across from a famous podcaster on a show or after a show and you tell that story, which I'm glad you said it here first because it's even better. But still, when you go there and you tell that story, it's going to be hilarious because then when you hit the blogs, it's going to be like, Amazon worker quits and becomes singer over there. That, they switched the narrative.
Yeah.
So now here we go. We're going to drag Amazon into the mud and talk about how they have so much talent working in their place. Quit your job and come get your talent. Like that's exactly what it will be because that's the type of shit they post on the blogs. But I just feel like and I listened to Who Raised You. I was like, see, that's what y'all get. Who raised you? Because we say it all the time. Because when niggas talk crazy, I be like, who the fuck raised you?
Right. Who raised you?
Who you talking to like that?
Yeah. Yes, ma'am. Who raised you?
And the funny part about it is, what's so crazy, Alexa? I know that this song is going to shape the right opportunity for a man to come your way. Because listening to that song, we don't do fuck boys. You'd be stupid to think that she even got the time or space after she said in 3 different octaves, I need a man.
2 different verses.
But I got a song myself. It's called this. Go fuck boys. Go fuck boys.
You gotta put that one out.
You don't fuck down fuck boys because they been fuck boys their whole life and they mama do nothing about it. Who raised you, nigga?
You gotta put that up.
I'm watching some of the most talentless people, girl, make it. Like literally, there's one dude. Did you see? He keep coming down my damn timeline, and he's like, "Oh, my birthday passed, and you would have knew if you fucking loved me." And I'm like, "Wait a minute,
I ain't seen that
clicks and views and everything." And it's like the more ignorant and stupid people act, the more attention they get. But what I love about this is that you didn't do that.
Yeah.
You focused on your talent. You honed in on an opportunity, and a nigga broke your heart and now he made you rich. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you
so much.
Come break my heart right now. Right now. I want to write a song right now. Come.
It's so funny when we were in the studio doing the song, they were like, we need to know. We need to know who did it, who broke your heart, because we need to get him all the time.
So wait. Because we can't, you famous now. You Hollywood sis, you can't give out that type of recognition to niggas. You bugging. You can't do that. Like
you can't do that. No.
Sorry. What did you talking about? Sorry. You bugging. I'm Alexia J. I don't know who that is. He gonna be like, Alexia, don't act like you don't know me, girl. You know I helped you make that song. You know, because me, I told you don't call my phone again and you made that song. What you crying for? You be like, I do not know. You gonna be pulling up your
what
shades like I don't know who that man is.
Write it sorry to this man. I don't know who this man is.
Girl, I do that all the time. I scratch that body right off. Like I don't know you. It depends on what you did. Because if it's that bad, I'm gonna be like, I never slept with him. What is he talking about? That don't count. You fucked up. I'm scratching you off my list.
I don't like men who talk too much anyway, so I don't. I'm quiet. I'm a real private person when it comes to my personal life, so I couldn't have a man who was just telling all my business anyway. Like,
right. And the thing about it is, as you step further into this world of music and the industry, you're going to find yourself in positions where people are going to probe you because they want to feel connected to the person and not so much the artist anymore. But what my advice to you is, I don't know nothing about the music industry, but I see that the ones who make it about just being a musician and nothing more seem to do well later on in life mentally.
Yeah.
Even though they might not have every opportunity financially, because when you put your personal business out there, here comes all these other opportunities. Now people know things about you and they offer you, oh, would you do this marriage boot camp, blah, 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 all these things, right?
Yeah.
But the ones who choose to stay leveled out with just talent and only talent and make it about that, it's literally a job. So when they're done with the music, it's like taking off a uniform, they go back to their personal life. I feel like they're a lot happier in the long run.
Yeah. Yep, I agree.
Yeah. So that's the route you intend to take for yourself.
I do. For the most part, now I do agree with the part as far as people want to know who you are. So I will let people get to know me in a certain sense. But as far as like getting to the nitty and the gritty, my relationships, my kids, things like that are private.
sacred. They're sacred, and they deserve to be protected.
Yeah, I don't want, because that's my, especially my relationship and my kid, that's a precious thing to me. So I don't like how most celebrities, their kids are in the limelight, and you see all of these comments and things, these mean people
Yes.
towards kids.
Yes, all the time.
And it's just like, my
remorse.
God. So I don't want that. Now my son, he wants a career, so I'm going to have to train him to understand that people are mean on the internet.
And
if that's what you want to do, then okay. Yeah, but other than that,
right.
No.
I think that you're doing an amazing job keeping a track record of your personal life and learning how to keep it separate from what you're stepping into as far as your business life is concerned. Now, here's an idea I got for your next record now. What if you just sing, I am rich, I am rich, because that's going to be the next thing that's going to happen to you.
And I'm going to sing it on a video, right? And I'm going to tag you. I'm going to tag you as soon as it happens. I'm going to sing just that.
They're going to give you a check. You're going to be a millionaire. And next thing you know, you're going to be like, I am rich.
Right.
Oh, I'm rich. Like, I'm just going to be like, see?
I told you, right? I'm gonna tag you. You just wait. We gonna manifest it, and I'm gonna tag you.
No, it's going to happen.
It's going to happen. You right.
There's not one person that has heard your music that has anything to say. Everyone that has heard it has been touched by it. Like, come on, your voice is phenomenal, girl. What do you mean?
Thank you.
Out of here. Let me ask you a question. So I saw a video of you singing to make your son clean. Is that technique effective? Because my mom used to whoop my ass. I'm like,
yes. My son knows that I'm more serious when I sing.
Like, I'm gonna whoop your ass.
Right. And he starts moving a little quicker because he knows that if it's a song in my spirit, you might want to do what I asked you to do.
Right, because my mom never sang. She would get mad. It was just the hands would start flying. I'm like, damn, man, that shit hurt.
Yeah, no, I try the gentle parenting. So singing is my next thing from talking, and usually that works out. So we're good right now, but he's getting older, so we'll see. I might have to box him out one day. Right, I'm gonna have to box him out one of these days. I know it.
Oh man! So, do you find it hard raising a boy?
Yes.
Single mom raising a boy.
Oh yes, there are certain things that I feel. I feel like a woman can definitely take care of a boy, and she could do everything that she in her power to get him ready for the world. But there are certain things to me that I can't teach my son as regards to being a man, because I've never done that.
Right. We're not men. We don't know how to stand up.
I've never in my life been a man or
we don't know how to not call a girl back and disrespect her and act like we like her.
Right. You know what I'm saying? I've never done any of that.
We don't know how to do that.
Right.
I'm just saying
so
that
it's like,
being a fucked up man and go to
exactly. So it's definitely hard raising a son. And I feel like every single mom who has a son could attest to that. Like,
I think that the single moms, though, the ones that stay very close to their sons, have an advantage at making them be better men because they get to watch you raise them with no help, and they get a better understanding on how to respect and treat women.
But you also have to take in consideration that's where who raised you came from.
Mm-hmm.
I watched my son's father's mom work 2 jobs. And, the other side wasn't putting in the way that she was, but he turned out to be the same way after he watched his mom do that. So I feel like
it is a double-edged sword.
It could go 2 different ways. They can watch and be a better man than what they ever got to see, or they'll turn around and repeat the same cycle.
Do you feel his mom was implementing things throughout, his raising process? Like she was telling him, like, don't do that. That's not the right way. Do you feel like she was very aggressive at making sure he understood what it took to be with a real woman?
No, I think,
See, it's all her fault. Too.
yeah, I'm gonna be completely honest with you. There are some moms that love their sons to an extent that I don't understand.
That they don't even stop them when they're wrong.
Right.
Like Blueface mama.
I don't know Blueface.
But
But
Blueface is the one that be going with the girl with the no tooth. You know what I'm talking about.
okay, all right.
His
okay.
mama, she just let him. That's why he like that. She's like, that's my son. That's why I love my son. Like, and I'm like, girl, he out here knocking bitches.
I'm scared of stuff like that. I'm scared of. I don't want my son to. I love my son, but I have to push my son away once he gets a certain age, because there will be another woman that wants him to be a man for her.
Of course.
And if, as a man, I can't be in your business all the time. I can't be telling you what to do in your house with your wife, all of this great stuff. And there are some moms that feel
that can't detach themselves.
Right, they can't detach themselves,
like,
and I don't want to be that mom.
She can't detach herself from anything her son does. As soon as her son does something, she goes right to the Instagram and she starts commenting too. And I'm like, good, like, why can't you just call him? Like, I don't understand. Like, FaceTime that nigga, show up to his door, but get off of Instagram. Like, I'll be damned if I talk to my child through Instagram. The only thing
right,
my
mom is like, girl, you better answer this doggone phone. Are you crazy? Even at my big age, she's like, girl, I will call the police and file a missing persons report. Don't ever play with me like that.
Your mom loves you, man.
She does, and now I respect it because I have a son. So like, I'm nervous all the time. I get
exactly now that sense of awareness, that extra heightened ability that you
because when you're young, you feel invincible. Right. When you're young, you feel invincible. Like when you're like a teenager, you feel invincible. But once you have a kid, it's like, oh my God.
I remember when my daughter was a baby, sticking my finger under her nose, like, are you breathing?
Right. Oh my God, yes.
I think
that's a thing. Right. Like I touch the stomach, like let's see if it go up and down. All right.
Yeah, because you're a young mom, you're scared, you're like,
right. Every 2 seconds.
He's not moving, mama. And she's like, wait, he's sleeping, man.
Right.
He was crying just a minute ago. Like,
you sure type, you sure? You positive?
Yeah, like I remember one time I drank the Red Bull when I was pregnant and I ain't know. I was young. I was like,
ooh, your mama probably.
No, I wasn't pregnant. I drank Red Bull after I just had her. And I was taking my driving lessons and I was in class. I was doing a million things. And I wasn't actively breastfeeding, right? So my dumb ass goes and drinks this Red Bull so I could stay up for my 5-hour class. Mm-hmm. Girl, I got home and my dumb ass was like, ugh. And I put the baby there and she was up all night staring at me. And I was like,
oh my God. Oh.
And I told my mom, I was like, okay. She's like, why that breast milk tastes funny? It's like, it tastes acidic. Like it got soda in it. And I was like,
well, let's see what happened.
Well, what happened was, my mom was like, what the fuck is wrong with you? And, but again, even then, where like you said, teenagers feel they're invincible. At that time, being 19, you're like, not, like, this is a lot to understand and take on. And I'm doing the best that I can, and I'm not going to do it right. And you just learn and you get refined with your choices over time. But, I just see you and your son growing and having a better relationship than you've ever had before, because once you're in that like financial space you want to be, you're helping your family, you're putting people on the map, your son is going to be able to harness his goals, and you're going to be able to really invest in a career for him. And that's what's going to make this so amazing. And I don't see that going left for any reason. I just don't. I feel like he's going to be the prodigal man that you sing about.
I'm so excited.
I think he's going to be that young man. I think he's going to be like, my mom said, I got to do this and that. But, don't ever be the mama that, if he gets into an argument with his girlfriend, tell that bitch, get out. Like, get the fuck out my son's house, bitch. Don't get out my son's house. Don't put your... Let me tell you something. I always said this. I don't have a son. But if I had a son, don't go flying off and hit my son. Don't.
Right, that's
I will
different.
knock your fucking teeth out. Touch my
That
boobs.
because that's different. Because I made that. You know what I'm
Yeah, because the
saying?
thing about it is, you have women out there that take advantage of these good guys. They
Right.
really do. They take advantage of them. They know they're good kids. They know they were raised decent. And here comes this little fucking hoe want to come fuck up his shit. No, bitch, don't come break his heart so he can be a piece of shit. Don't do that.
I'm
I
gonna
want
be
my son to
so
be
hurt with
good.
a girl when a little girl first break my baby heart. I'll take
Does he
my
got
mic, cry with
cousins?
him.
He got girl cousins?
Yes, he
You
has.
send the girl cousins, girl.
Yeah, I definitely am. He look,
Send them girl
already
cousins. Don't
prepared.
even
Like,
argue.
listen,
Send them girl cousins. Be like,
call
oh,
your
Kiki and Tay
cousin.
Tay. They're coming outside right now.
Right,
Keep that same energy.
right,
No, hold the broken
right.
card that he wrote for you. No, stay right there with the
See,
wristband because they're coming.
my son, he actually cool. Like with the little girls, he's kind of like me. I'm really nonchalant when it comes to stuff like that, and I know that he sees that. He told me the other day he was like a little girl told him that she was his boyfriend, or he was her friend, and then she changed her mind.
I'm
And
like, damn it
so
with this
he
fucking
told
LGBT.
her. Right. He told her, he was like, no, you said that you didn't want to be my girlfriend no more, so keep that. Like, keep that same
Keep that
energy,
energy.
basically, in kid
Keep
language.
that same energy.
And I was like, you go, baby.
Yeah, good. That means he's got confidence. That means he has
He
confidence,
does.
and
He does.
that's going to serve him in the long run. That level of confidence.
Yeah.
But I gotta say,
I
Alexia,
speak life into my kid.
good, as we all should. I must say, I know that this single "I Need a Man" is going to continue to be successful. I can't wait for what it's like for you first quarter. We're only a month and a half away, and I see big things. I'm telling you, I'm a visionary, and I know that this is going to take you to levels that you probably only dreamed of. I Need a Man is an amazing song. You have an amazing voice. You're an amazing mother. And I'm so thankful that you took the time to join me on the Chela's Way experience, because I wanted to catch you before you were inaccessible, because I knew that time is coming.
Girl, thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Oh man, and we loved having you today on the Chela's Way experience. Make sure you guys check her out, Alexia J on Instagram. Please download her single "I Need a Man" on iTunes. She is amazing. So really quickly, Alexia, before we get off, do you plan on dropping an album?
I want to.
Okay.
I would like to do that. Now, when, I can't tell you that, but I definitely want to drop an album.
Okay, so when can we expect the next single?
I can't because I'm still
You
doing.
gotta go to your room and sit down and
Right, because I want to give y'all the best that I got.
The raw authenticity.
Right. So I don't want to tell you a date and then I change my mind. And then I change my mind. So new music definitely coming soon, but right now I'm really focusing on I Need a Man right now.
Okay, so there it is. I Need a Man on iTunes. Is it on Tidal?
It's on every major platform.
On every major platform. Spotify, Tidal, iTunes,
YouTube,
anywhere you can
everywhere.
think of. I Need a Man is circulating. It's an amazing song. Ladies, if you haven't heard it, go listen to it. If you feel like you need one, listen to it. If you fucked with one and he was a clown and you want a new one, listen to it.
Period.
Fellas, if you're lost and you don't know how to act, listen to it. I mean, there's just not one reason to not listen to this song. Right. And I think it's just the staple of what's necessary in the culture right now. People have lost track of what it is to be with someone who's real, what to expect from them, because there are expectations between men and women, and that's just what it is. But again, thank you for joining us on the Chela's Way experience. Make sure you check her out, Alexia J, I Need a Man, YouTube, Spotify, Tidal, iTunes. I mean, the girl is amazing. No Feel Safe. Everyone is following her, including myself. If you don't follow her, please follow her now. There's no reason not to. This girl is amazing. Thank you for joining us on the Chela's Way experience. It's been nothing but love, Alexia, and I will be able to pump out these clips very soon, and I can't wait to share them with everyone.
Okie dokie. Thank y'all so much.
It was wonderful having you, baby. Oh man, such an amazing soul. I'm this damn shirt is anyways. Super amazing. I loved, the interview with Alexia. Super duper authentic, very, very humble. Same thing with Empress Cece. They were amazing guests. And, back to what I was saying, do for those like you want someone to do for you. Continue to pay it forward. That's just what life is about. those that aren't grateful, you know, unfortunately have to fall by the wayside. But with that being said, don't let it taint who you are as a person. Continue to be good, because that's where your blessings come from. Not changing, but not changing. You understand? If that makes sense. Opportunities like that are put in place sometimes to make you worse than what you are, so people can say that they revealed something about you, but the truth is that's not who you really are. Remain good, remain solid, but do stand firm on your decisions. Do stand firm on whatever it is you feel is necessary to make your point. And you can do all of this without being disrespectful, because that's just what being mature is about. But again, thank you guys for joining me. Episode 11 of the CHELA'S Experience. Stay tuned next week. We got Daniel's Love of Vinny Styles and so much more coming soon. And there will be an episode dropping with Steven Jackson. We will be discussing the matter with him and Kanye West on a legal scale. And, you know, continue to stay golden. And if you're going through something, get some help. There's plenty avenues out there. If you're going through financial changes, there's also help out there. You know, there's just so many resources that we as people need to start utilizing before we just look for the easiest route. You know what I'm saying? But again, thank you guys for joining me on the CHELA'S Experience. It's been wonderful.